What's up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Amanda Marie, and over here I love to discuss all things fragrance. So if you're someone that is into smelling good, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bells. That way you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video. Now, full disclosure, this video is going to be long. Let me tell you guys up front, I am going to try my hardest to edit this video down to about 30 minutes. I cannot make any promises, and trust me, it will benefit me to do that as well, because the editing is going to take forever, and that's so annoying. Get your drinks, get your snacks, get comfy. We're about to get into my whole entire Kilian collection. So if you're interested, stay tuned. About to take me a little drinky poo. So there's so much I can say about Kilian. Like, this was my gateway into niche. Okay, now mind you, I've always loved fragrances. I really built my collection on designer fragrances, which is why it pains me so much to see the direction that designer fragrances are going in right now. It really does hurt my feelings, because that's what I knew. When I went into the department store, that's what was there. Like, I didn't know anything about the Bonds, the Kilians, the Le Labos, the Maison Francis Kirk de Jeans. Like, I didn't know those guys. What I knew was Donna Karan. I knew, girl, who else was around? Marc Jacobs. I knew Michael Kors. I knew the designers, okay? The Lancomes. Y'all get what I'm saying? So when I did get a little bit of money, I knew in my mind the first fragrance I was going to buy. And how I got introduced into Kilian was through a drug rep. Because y'all, if you don't know, I work in the medical field. And so oftentimes we would get drug reps come through the office. Those girls would be so cute. They would be dressed up, honey, hair did. If you're in the medical field, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So this one particular drug rep came into the office, and she always dressed so cute. Like, she wasn't overdone, but you know, she was cute. And she had on a fragrance one day, and it just really like drew me in. It blew me away. I was intrigued. I stopped her immediately, and I was like, what do you have on? So long ago, I forget the name of the fragrance that she mentioned to me. It could have been Love Don't Be Shy. Like, I'm not sure. It was so long ago. And I said, well, where do you purchase this fragrance from? And she was like, Neiman Marcus, or she said Saks, one of the two. And I was like, okay, this is some expensive-ish. Like, I got to step my game up. I got to save my coins to see what she's talking about. But anyway, I moseyed my little tail on down to, was it Saks at the time? And I rarely went in Saks. And they had the Kilian display. I don't even think they have Kilian displays anymore. That's a whole nother story. But I moseyed myself on down. I smelled all the Kilians. And at the time, I probably was like in my early 30s, I want to say. So late 20s, early 30s. And I was very, I'm not going to say shy. I was self-conscious at the time. I was a little bit insecure going into like Neiman Marcus and Saks smelling fragrances, because I knew at the time I didn't have the money to buy them. Luckily, every time I went to the Kilian counter, the sales associate they were so nice. They would give me samples. They would let me smell everything. And honey, I fell in love. My first fragrance that I bought from Kilian was actually a travel set. Well, let me show it to you. It was the Good Girl Gone Bad cute travel case. And it came with, I want to say 3 refills, if I'm not mistaken. It came with 3 refills. And I'm probably on, oh my God, did I just break that? No, let me just stick that back in it, girl. Hold on now. Oh my gosh. What the heck? I'm telling y'all, and I'm breaking my stuff. Please, I think the top came off. Don't want to. Yeah, it's working. Oh, the audacity. Anyway, it came with 3 of these. I want to say these are 7.5 refillable travel sprays and this cute carrying case. And it's adorable. It's heavy, it's sturdy. What is this? I don't know what this material is, but it reminds me of some type of lacquer. Okay, and I want to say this is probably stainless steel. And the travel set cost me about $160. I actually think it's more than that, but a friend of mine worked at Nordstrom at the time and they were doing like their family and friends day. And I said, okay, this is the day, this is the time. I'm gonna buy it. Y'all, I didn't want to come off that 160. I really didn't, but I did, and I have no regrets. So Kilian really was my gateway into niche, high-end fragrances, and it just snowballed from there. It snowballed. Literally everything I could get my hands on, I bought. And unfortunately for me, this was kind of like around the time I think the company, the brand had started making negotiations to sell. But there were some changes going on with the company. And if you are familiar with Kilian, you know that his fragrances, I want to say pretty much all of them, came in a beautiful coffret. And they still do the coffrets, but I think they are like for special fragrances, limited edition type of fragrances. Now they mostly just come in the box. But this is what the coffret looked like. And you just opened it up from the front. Let's see if I can open this. And your perfume went on the inside. And it really pained me because right when I was, getting my stride, making me a little bit of coin, I had a little money, they stopped making the coffrets. And when they did come out with a coffret, it was usually of a fragrance that like I already had. So it didn't make sense for me to have doubles of the fragrances just because I wanted the coffrets. I'm going to show you guys 2 of the coffrets I have. This one was gifted to me by Platinum D here on YouTube. Y'all know Platinum D. She is into fragrances a lot too. Really, like, she does vlogging, but she talks about fragrances a lot on her channel. So she gifted me this one, which is really pretty. It doesn't have the name of the fragrance that came with it. And I really kind of was going down this rabbit hole. Like, I was going to be on the hunt for the coffrets. So like, I needed at least 3 or 4 in my collection because really that's what, Kilian was known for, those coffrets, those very elaborate packaging. And like, I needed that in my life because I had missed that. And that was one of the things I was looking so forward to when I started my Kilian collection. This is the last coffret that I have. This is for Do It for Love by Linda. This one came out probably in 2021 or 2022, but you basically open it up, open it up like that, and your fragrance sits there and it has a little key where you can lock it here. I actually keep it on my display over here on the side over here, so you guys may see it from time to time, but that is one of my beautiful coffrets. I really miss those coffrets. I really, really do. Every now and again, I do check the website and I look for coffrets for fragrances that I don't have, but yeah, I don't even know how many bottles I have of Kilian at this point. I have a lot. We're going to get into the samples before we get into the full-size bottles. I don't have a full-size bottle of Straight to Heaven. I do have a cute little travel size of it. Not sure if you guys can see that, but this is Straight to Heaven. I actually have it on this hand. This is actually a gorgeous scent. And I need to wear it because this actually might be my next Kilian purchase. This smells like a beautiful, sweet, earthy green patchouli with some leathery notes in it. It smells very sexy. This is like the type of patchouli that I would go for. It kind of reminds me of the patchouli that's in Patchouli Paris a little bit. I actually do have a dupe of Straight to Heaven from a brand that I shall not mention on this channel, but I do have that dupe and I have this. So we'll see. I think it's gorgeous though. It smells really, really good. Now I see why a lot of people talk about Straight to Heaven. I have a 5 ml decant of, this is apple brandy. This is the original apple brandy that everybody went crazy for, that is now discontinued. I looked up and got this from mycustomscents.com. I don't even know if they still offer these decants, but they sent me that, and then they sent me Kiss from a Rose. This is a 2 ml. This is before Kiss of a Rose even came out. They sent it to me. And I have Forbidden Games in a cute little a sample. Forbidden Games, I would have that in my collection, but Forbidden Games smells just like J'adore by Dior, in my opinion. So that's why I didn't purchase it. Let me just make sure that I know what I'm talking about. But I feel very strongly that this smells like Dior. And I bought it. Yeah, I bought this actually and brought it all the way home a few years back. And I said, man, this smells like J'adore. Sweet, fruity, it's bright. It is a little kind of, it has a slight vintagey vibe to it. This one may actually smell better than J'adore. In my mind, they were just too similar for me to buy, so I didn't pick it up. Okay, speaking of Do It for Love by Kilian for Linda, this is what the bottle looks like. Beautiful black lacquer bottle. I think this is gorgeous. I love their black bottles. And interesting thing, some of their bottles used to be white. They're now black. Some of them used to be black. They're now white. They made a lot of changes. Once I got on board and I was able to pick me up some bottles, things had changed a little bit with Kilian, but I'm not going to give you guys a rundown of every last single note. I'm just going to give you the cliff notes, okay? I'm going to give you the short version of what these smell like. So Do It for Linda. So Do It for, I don't know why I keep messing up this name. So Do It for Love for Linda is going to be your neroli. That's what this smells like. It smells crisp. It smells bright, fresh, clean, citrusy neroli. Soapy, not too sweet. Those are the vibes. So this is going to be more of a springtime, summertime scent for me. It's not heavy at all. The main character in this fragrance is the neroli, okay? Maybe a little bit of orange blossom as well, but I'm picking up a lot of neroli from this fragrance. But I love neroli. I do add a little bit of vanilla when I wear this because I think it's just not sweet enough in my opinion. So it's good for layering. If you like neroli, like that fresh, clean, soapy type of aesthetic, you may love this one. This one may not be available anymore. I think it was a limited edition. I'm not sure. So just check the website if you're interested in purchasing this one. The sellers, those are what we're going to get into now. So the first one I have here is Black Phantom. And I was really afraid of this fragrance. This is Black Phantom. And I bought this at Sephora during one of their sales events. I knew that I didn't want to pay full price for it. I needed some money off on this one. I'm not saying that I don't like it, but I don't know why. This fragrance really scared me. I don't know why. I thought it was too masculine. I thought it was too something. I think what it was is at the time, I did not know how much I love coffee and fragrances, and that's why I stayed away from it. So this is going to be essentially your coffee fragrance. There may be a little booze in here. This is soft. This is warm. This is cozy. It has a little bit of sex appeal, slight creaminess to this fragrance. Unisex. Maybe some people think it leans a little masculine. I thought it leaned a little masculine before I bought it. But once I bought it, I was like, this is totally unisex. Like anybody can wear this. But essentially, this is a boozy coffee fragrance. So you have to love boozy fragrances and you have to like coffee. I know a lot of people don't dig coffee. So if you're not into coffee, I don't know how much you're going to like Black Phantom. Okay. Next up from the cellars. Are we still in the cellars? Yes. This is Intoxicated. Another lovely coffee fragrance. But this reminds me of the cup of coffee that I just drank. Okay. Or maybe I have a little bit left and I'm picking up my creamer that I put in my coffee. This one to me is a little bit more lighter. It's a little bit more airier, whereas Black Phantom is heavier in my opinion. You're still going to get the coffee. I don't think you're going to get any boozy notes out of this. You're going to get something sweet, something creamy. When I describe this fragrance, and if I'm thinking about it realistically, because I am a coffee drinker, it just reminds me of the cup of coffee, the remnants of what's left. Beautiful scent. This is like essentially my fragrance that I go to when it's cold outside. I'm in the house, I'm watching TV. I want something very cozy, nothing that's just too much. You know what I'm saying? Like simple. It's not simple. I know I said that. It's not simple. I wouldn't call it that, but easygoing. That's a better word for it. Easygoing. Definitely great for sweater weather. We're about to get into that soon. So yeah, if you're looking for something warm, then you would like that. Moving on to the Fresh, okay? I do have two from the Fresh. And the first one I'm going to talk about is Moonlight in Heaven. Y'all, this is my baby. I remember back in 2016, me and my friend at the time, we would go sniff fragrances, okay? And I swear to you guys, I always say this. I cannot say if it's 100% true or not. But when I finally bought me a full-size bottle of this, I swear it smelled reformulated. I swear back in 2016, it smelled more masculine. I swear it did. But I don't know. I can't prove it because the sample that I got back then, girl, been gone, okay? I went through that sample in like a day. A day or two. That sample didn't last me long at all. You hear me? So I ended up picking up this bottle. This is going to be your tropical, okay, type of vibe. Vacation in a bottle. You got some, I want to say mango. You have some vanilla. It's light. It's airy. Not necessarily, I don't want to say fresh and clean because it's almost leaning towards gourmand, in my opinion. Okay. But it is beautiful. An easy wear, especially if you like sweet, fruity fragrances. If you like mango, you're going to love this one because it's so pretty. It just really reminds me of a vacation. Beach vibes. That is what I get. I only get about 5 hours of this. So it's light, okay? It's light. But y'all, it's so easy to wear. I've worn this to work several times. Like I actually got a nice little dent in here. I'm thinking I'm like right there. Okay, that's a lot for me. Y'all see everything I'm working with. Okay, so it's kind of hard for me to really put dents in my bottles. But I've worn this to work. I've worn it to bed. Baby, easy. Okay, Moonlight in Heaven. This next fragrance is part of the Fresh collection too, which I don't get. Okay, this was the last full bottle fragrance that I bought from Kilian. Big, huge disappointment. Okay. At that time, I think I was looking for a fall fragrance. I was looking for something that reminded me of Coca-Cola. And lo and behold, Kilian releases Born to Be Unforgettable. A lot of people were commenting when I posted the video of this fragrance, saying that it is basically a repackaged, possibly reformulated fragrance. I don't even want to spray this. I really don't. And I'm not even like, this is crazy. Like, I love woody fragrances. I really do. But essentially, this is supposed to be like maybe brandy or cognac, some type of brown liqueur with a fizzy pop. Think about, you know, I don't know, some of y'all gonna relate to this, okay? Especially those of you who are Crown Royal drinkers, okay? Sometimes you mix your Crown Royal with Sprite or 7-Up. Yeah, that's what this is supposed to give. Like a fizzy, dark liquor, but it has this screechy woodiness to it that just really turns me off. I don't know what that is. It's cedar. It's almost like it has an aquatic ambergris thing going on with it. Big disappointment. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about this. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this. Born to Be Unforgettable. I wish I could forget about how disappointing it was for me. And that is so painful for me to say that because I'm a huge Kilian fan. Huge. Big. Let's jump over to the liqueurs. Since I only have 3 of them, the first one I'm going to talk about is, y'all know this baby right here. This is Angel Share. This is beloved in the fragrance community. I love the packaging. The bottles are just so cute, very realistic. They remind me of, you know, a cocktail glass. I don't even have to go into it. Sweet, warm, boozy, soft, spicy. I get this apple pie cinnamon thing going on in this fragrance. It is quite delicious and it is a fan fave. Love this, the house boots down. Okay. That sounded so corny. I tell you, there are 1,000,001 dupes of Angel Share. You probably have one right now in your collection. No judgment, because I got one too, maybe 3 or 4. Okay. Levert is the next one. Now, this is one of the most unique fragrances from the whole Kilian line, in my opinion. This is going to be your absinthe drink. And if you are not familiar with absinthe, I want to say they used to drink it in the early 1800s, and it kind of made people go crazy, like mad, insane. Okay. But it don't do that to you no more. But I've actually had an absinthe drink. It's actually really fun to watch how they make it, because basically it is like this licorice liqueur, and they take a sugar cube and melt it. It's like a whole production, okay? Very interesting. When I tell you they bodied it in this fragrance, smells so realistic, y'all. I get this sweet, woody, aromatic licorice, like star anise, very realistic. Even though I'm not a big fan of licorice, I actually like it in this fragrance. I'm not even gonna lie. Very unique, very different. I quite enjoy it. Next up is Apple Brandy on the Rocks. And this one is going to be your happy hour cocktail, okay? Think Sunday Fun Day. Think Sunday Fun Day out on the patio, okay? With some vodka, some light colored alcohol. It could be a dark rum too. And then you get some pineapple, you get some spices, you know, they shake it up, put it on the rocks. Beautiful presentation. And you're going to spend $15 for it. Hell, depending on where you at, what rooftop you on, you might spend 20, okay? That is what this is. Very realistic pineapple note. And I'm not the biggest fan of fruity notes and fragrances, but I love it in here. And I get that it's not cinnamon. Could it be? I think it's cardamom. Because it's not cinnamon. I want to say cardamom, but it's beautiful. I think you could actually get away with wearing this one in the springtime, really all year. You can get away with wearing this all year. Perfectly unisex in my opinion, but it might smell a little bit better on a man. That's all I'm saying. So there is a collection called the Narcotics, and I have quite a bit of bottles from the Narcotics group, and we're just gonna get started. I don't have Forbidden Games. That's the one I told y'all smells. It reminds me of J'adore by Dior. So I did not pick that one up. But if you're into sweet, fruity florals, you might like that one. My very first purchase, full bottle of, y'all know what it is, okay? Good Girl Gone Bad, but this one is the extreme version. I don't have the original version. The only reason why I bought the extreme version is because the sales associate was like, this may be a limited edition fragrance. I don't know if it's going to be around that long. So if you want it, you might as well get it. And so I got it. Okay. Smells just like the original one that I have in the travel size. But this one is going to be a little bit lactonic. The tuberose is sitting in this fragrance, girl. It don't even smell like tuberose. How do they do it? I don't even know. It's magic, okay? It doesn't smell like tuberose. It just smells amazing. Like when I did my y'all need to go watch my very first video. I will tag it down below if I remember. But I never looked at notes, okay? So at some point in my fragrance journey, I started elevating and looking at notes and found out that this tuberose was in this. I was in disbelief, okay? Disbelief, because I don't get the tuberose. I do pick up something a little spicy in here. It could be a little earthy. It could be maybe some vetiver. There's something sitting in the base that gives this fragrance a little bit of character, some depth, some intensity, okay, to it that kind of sets this one, the original and the extreme apart. But ultimately, y'all, they smell the same, okay? I would not BS you. They smell the same. One is Liaisons Dangereuses. I want to say that is a part of the Narcotics too. Yes, it is. And like I told y'all, Kilian, baby, he love a good tuberose. He love an orange blossom. That is what you're probably going to get in this. Definitely feel like I'm getting some orange blossom. Definitely getting some peach, something peachy, okay? This is bright. This is fruity. This is a little airy, all right? But it also has a little depth. There may be some woody notes in the base, but it's very sexy. This is giving more of a sophisticated vibe. Something that you could wear to work. I don't know if I would wear Good Girl Gone Bad Extreme to work. It's just too sexy in my opinion. Like it can distract people at work. But this one may also put you in the frame of mind of J'adore as well, because of that kind of perfumey, sweet, fruity vibe going on in this fragrance. Two of the Love Don't Be Shy fragrances, you guys know about these as well. I have the extreme one, which is the first one that I added to my collection. Again, the sales associate was on that whole spiel about, it may not be around for long. And I think this one has been added permanently to the collection, if I'm not mistaken. And then later on down the road, I want to say like last year, the brand actually gifted me a bottle of the original. Now, y'all remember when I said some of the bottles used to be black? These used to be black, okay? Not the extreme, I don't think, because the extreme hadn't came out yet. But the original Love Don't Be Shy, I want to say used to be in a black bottle. And from what the girls say, it was way stronger. But this is going to be your sweet, syrupy orange blossom and marshmallow. Very, I was gonna say delectable, because it is delectable and it smells edible. Okay, very delicious. Okay, very feminine, very pretty. Even though I think I have heard a guy talk about this one before too, if I'm not mistaken. Anybody can wear it, but I'll tell you, it's going to lean more feminine, that's for sure. So, in addition to these two, I also have the hairspray, which I was lucky enough to find at the cosmetic company store. When did I find this one? Maybe about 2 years ago now. And I actually picked up two of them. Y'all, when I tell you that this is almost given as much as the perfume is, surprisingly. Let me spray a little bit. Yeah, the hair mist is given. Okay, I think I've worn the hair mist by itself one day because it was so potent. I was like, let me find out, girl. Should I even be spraying this in my hair or should I be spraying this on my body? Because when I tell you the longevity, girl, please. Now, when I'm wearing my natural hair, I don't spray this in my hair because I just feel like it got too much alcohol in it. It just lasts way too long for my liking to be spraying it on my hair. I spray it on my body. But when I'm wearing my wigs or some braids, I goes to town. Okay, mostly with the wigs. I don't really want to spray it on my real hair, but yeah. So I have these three. Rolling in Love by Kilian. I just talked about this one in my fragrance flavors of the week video. And I talked about how I actually bought this fragrance twice. Yes, I did. Long story short, I ordered it online. It didn't smell like the way it smelled when I sampled it in the store, and I was not pleased. So I sent it back. I went to Nordstrom. Was it Nordstrom or Neiman Marcus? Either way, I went back to the store, bought the bottle from the store, got home, and still was not happy. I kept it. And now when I smell this, it smells exactly what it smelled like. And that day I sampled it, okay, at the counter. Crazy, right? I know. I think what it needed to do was just sit a little while. But I like this now. This is going to be your sweet, creamy almond and tuberose fragrance. Not a gourmand. This is not a gourmand in my opinion. It has no gourmand vibes whatsoever, okay? This fragrance, I always find it hard to describe to you guys, but it also has a note of iris in here, which makes it powdery, which reminds me of lipstick. So when I think about this fragrance, Rolling in Love, I'm thinking about two people meeting, okay? And the night is going so well. Okay, you just met this guy at the bar. We're grown. The night is going so well. You guys end up kissing, okay, before you part ways or not. And he smells your lipstick and your perfume, and you can smell his skin. Or somebody, you smelling lipstick, perfume, and skin, okay? That's how I describe this fragrance. Very erotic, very sexy. It has a place and a time for me. This is not one that I pull out on a regular, any given Sunday. Nah. It has a place and a time. Trust me. I have fragrances that I call my arsenal, if you know what I mean. A place and a time. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Yes. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Yes. That's what this is, okay? I looked up and actually bought this on my birthday. Oh, do I talk about it? Oh, it makes me so sad to think about it. I'm almost in tears thinking about it. Y'all, 2022 was the saddest birthday for me ever. My eyes are watering. I woke up, I took the day off. I literally spent the whole day at the DPS office because I had to get the stickers on my car renewed, and I was there for literally 3 hours, y'all. And mind you, I had just stopped talking to a guy that I really was into. Ooh, I really was into him heavy. He was sexy, tall, dark. Ooh, man. And he pretty much dumped me. And then I ended up meeting somebody like 2 months later, a month later, actually, online. And he didn't even call me for my birthday. So I drove out like 45 minutes out towards Galveston to go to the cosmetic company store. And they had a Kilian fragrance, and it came with the coffret. And I bought it. And I haven't even really wore this fragrance, and it already has like a weird memory attached to it. Crazy. But anyway, this is going to be a very mature fragrance. This is something that I see me wearing in like 15 years. Okay, maybe 20. That age. How old will I be? Oh, okay, older. But it's very mature. It's very mature. But you're gonna get like these fruits. You're gonna get tuberose. You're gonna get this creaminess from it. Creamy. Should I spray this a little bit? You're gonna get some creaminess from this fragrance. And I don't know, this creamy white floral. Is it ylang ylang? It's a white floral, a yellow floral. Okay, you're gonna get some white florals as well. You're gonna get this citrus, like fruity type of thing going on in this. Yep. There's neroli, bergamot, tiara flower, ylang ylang, coconut, vanilla. So y'all see where I'm going. This is actually quite nice the more I sniff it. Hey, this is like, okay, think Lost in Paradise by Chris Collins, but more expensive, sweeter, creamier. Yeah, this is Kilian's version of Lost in Paradise. Yeah, that's what this is. Okay, let's talk about I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess. These I thought were made exclusively for Sephora. Y'all know what this is. This is like vanilla, matcha, marshmallow, tea type of scent. Okay, maybe it's not matcha, maybe it's tea. But I feel like it could be matcha. But this is like very easy, very pretty, very feminine. Like if you had a teenager and she was just getting in, okay, me speaking for myself, like if my daughter had been into fragrances in her teens, I would have bought this for her. I think it's safe for a teenage girl to wear because it's fun, it's not sexy, it's comforting, cozy, it's sweet, marshmallow, lighthearted, you know, ain't nothing going on with this. Like totally feminine, girly type of fragrance. I could see my daughter like being into this. But my daughter, luckily for me, was not into perfumes, okay? She was into clothes and shoes. I don't know, that still sounds expensive, but that's what she was into. But yeah, that's what I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess smells like. And y'all know the bottles have changed. I still like this bottle. I still like the original bottle. It's different, unique, kind of goofy, but I still like it. I have one fragrance from the Smokes, which is Back to Black, but I do want to talk about Smoking Hot. I actually do have samples of Smoking Hot somewhere. I got them when I went to the Kilian, is it like a flagship store? He has a storefront in the Vegas in the Aria Hotel. So if you're going to Vegas anytime soon, it's in that little mall connected to Aria, okay? But I do like Smoking Hot. I don't know if I liked it enough to buy it. It kind of put me in the frame of mind of fragrances I already had. I just didn't feel like I needed to add another one to my collection. So I don't have that one. But I do have Back to Black. This one has a ton of notes in it. So I feel like I talked about Back to Black in a previous video because I feel like I wore it recently. But I kept calling it Black Phantom. It's not Black Phantom, it's Back to Black. This is the one that reminds me of, it smells like baby powder, okay? Fresh, clean. I don't know why it reminds me of baby powder. But this is cherries, this is honey, this is tobacco. It kind of gives a little boost to me. Did I show you guys the bottle? I don't know if I showed y'all the bottle. At this point, I'm delirious. I feel like I've been talking my head off. But this is cherries, this is honey, tobacco, vanilla, raspberry, almond, saffron, patchouli, cardamom, coriander, geranium, olibanum, oak, French labdamen, chamomile, benzoin. There's a ton of notes in here. And interesting because it doesn't smell that complicated. It smells like baby powder. Yeah, it smells like baby powder. I don't know why, but I do get the cherries in here. I do get a little bit of that tobacco. I like the honey in here. I really do. It doesn't smell like honey to me, and it doesn't smell synthetic, but I pick up the honey. It smells like some type of imported honey, maybe a French honey. I don't know, but I am getting those resins. I'm getting the benzoin, which is making this very sweet. No joke. Back to Black is a very unique fragrance. I would not recommend you blind buy this. I would recommend you sample it because it's going to throw you off. When you look at the notes and you smell it for the first time, you're going to be like, what? This smells like baby powder. I don't know. If you smelled Back to Black by Kilian, comment down below. Is it just me? Is it just me? Let me read the comments because I know I can't be the only one that think this smell like baby powder. Dark, rich, decadent, sweet tobacco. No one says it smells. Smells like hot raspberry tea full of lemon. No. This is how my baby bum smells like when her diaper. You know what? Never mind. I'm getting baby powder and that's it. Got this from Decant X. Okay. So I'm not the only one that thinks it smells like baby powder. Okay. It's very powdery. I don't know where that's coming from, but it is unique, odd and unique. And when I want to smell baby powder fresh, I'm pulling for Back to Black. Editing this video is going to take me a while. Like, I'm not even going to put that type of pressure on myself. Y'all might not see this video till Thursday, and today is Sunday. I'm just being real. I feel like I've been talking my head off, okay? So I'm going to wrap it up. If you have any fragrances I mentioned in this video, comment down below. If you're into fragrances, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bells. That way you don't miss out on any of my videos. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button before you check off this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I hope you are smelling good doing it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.